Did you know that every person's tongue is unique and, similar to fingerprints, have the potential to act as an identity verification tool? Researchers are working on ways to use the tongue as a biometric authenticator. Good afternoon, class. My name is Bridget Mesmer, and I am here to inform you on how your sense of taste can be altered by your other traditional senses. Every human being needs food to survive, but everyone is different on how they perceive certain types of food. Some of you may prefer salty flavors, while the rest prefer sweet. Based on credible articles and a popular show called Brain Games, I have gained enough knowledge on the subject to be able to show you how much you don't appreciate your senses. In order to understand on how important your taste buds are, I must first inform you on how everything cooperates together, from the perspectives of your senses such as smell, touch, sight, and hearing. We will see how they all unify together and can alter your taste. Many people are aware by how their traditional senses play a vital part in their life, but most do not know the experience of how all senses can alter or be greatly affected if one is taken away. Your sense of smell is one of the most strongest key components when it involves your taste buds. They both work together to create how you perceive a piece of food in your mouth. According to the article titled, "The Tasting Experience, Our Five Senses and Some of the Ways They Influence Each Other," taste and smell are sent to the brain in different pathways but then converge. They meet up in the orbitofrontal cortex, which is the section of the brain known for controlling your emotions and your decision making. Your brain is conditioned to taste with both of these senses. For example, the article uses the thought of candles in associating sweet smells with sweet taste, such as vanilla, strawberries, or caramel. In the show called Brain Games, they take a different approach to associate your taste buds and smell together. In one game, they give the audience 3 well-known food bloggers and blindfold them. When the bloggers are given samples of a variety of foods in the first round with their sight taken away, they were still able to get all the guesses correct. But the instant they put the nose plugs on, the food tasters were unable to get any of the food samples in front of them correct. Another way this episode was able to show the unison of taste and smell is through another game, by setting up a roadkill vendor cart. At first, no one was wanting to give a glance to the vendor due to how our brains are culturally conditioned to think that possum and beaver's tail is bad for you. But the moment the seller started to fan the smell of burning fat and seasonings cooking together, it created an urge for people to actually try the food. Just how the vendor was wafting the smell of good food to draw in a crowd, he also put on a speaker to amplify the sound of sizzling food being cooked, which perks people's interest through their sense of hearing. Sound plays an important role when affecting your sense of taste. It can create an urge to have a certain piece of food or deter you away from it. Just how the smell of roadkill attracted people from the game I mentioned earlier, the sound of sizzling fat also caught the audience. Hearing food cooking created your brain to become hungry due to how it connected the sizzling of other common meats such as steak and bacon. The sound changed your brain from being disgusted to wanting more. The sound of food cooking is not all your brain needs, though. There has been research to correlate musical pitches to influencing flavor opinions. Sweet and sour flavors are connected to high notes, while bitter and umami tastes are correlated to low notes. Hearing the sounds in your mouth while you're eating food can also change how you perceive the flavor. When you hear the crunch or chewy sounds while eating, your brain reacts to it either being good or bad. Before you place a piece of food in your mouth, though, your brain uses other defense mechanisms to ensure you won't harm yourself through sight and touch. These two senses work together to influence your taste buds. Whatever your sight was not able to catch, your sense of touch checks to make sure the food is safe. The article by Lily Kubota says that sight and touch are both affected by past experiences and your own perceptions. For example, we all know that when a bright and colorful fruit turns brown and has a mushy texture, our brain sends signals to all our senses to where it is undesirable. When something is not the right color, it is due to our brains and taste being biologically conditioned to think that way. For example, when you think of a brownie, what pops in your head? Most likely, it's in the shape of a square with a nice color of chocolate brown. The show Brain Games did a test by using brownies and putting on display the classic square and a few shapes such as a flower, and also a brownie that is squished together to look like something that is not very appetizing. But the catch is that they told the testers that the squished brownie wasn't made of premium chocolate to see if they would give it a try. Most went for the classic cut square shape or the cute shaped brownies. And when asked why they avoided the squished brownie, one woman replied with, "I know it's chocolate, but for some reason my brain is telling me don't eat that." As you can see, all of your traditional senses play an important role to affect your taste buds. From how smell can lure you to good comfort foods, sound can make your mouth water, or how sight can play a trick on you to not want you to eat a piece of food, and even with touch, when this sense can make you aware if there is something wrong with food that is in your mouth. Even though everyone knew how their senses play a vital role in their life, now you can see how they all work together to create how you perceive foods through your taste to keep your body safe. As the host of Brain Games says, your everyday eating habits has little to do with food, but how everything you put in your mouth has to do with your brain. Thank you.